I'm 19 years old. I have an 11-month-old son. He was born 3 months premature. His father doesn't do anything to help me. Nothing. He smokes weed.
She says you smoke pot every day, all day.
Mostly every day.
Has pot affected you in any way?
He doesn't have a job. He quit school his 3rd year of 8th grade.
You say you can't get a job because you don't have a GED. What have you done to get a GED? How do you still stay with this guy when he contributes nothing?
That's why I'm here.
Today's the day.
Yeah.
Today you're putting your foot down.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
The fact is, you're lazy and you haven't done anything. And your name should be Mr. Excuse, because that's all you have is excuses why you haven't provided for her, why you haven't provided for the son.
But I want to.
I don't care what you want. You're not the victim.
It's not only me you're hurting. It's him you're hurting too.
Welcome to the show. My guest is Holly. Holly, you're 19 years old and you called the show. What do you need?
I'm 19 years old. I have an 11-month-old son. He was born 3 months premature. He was in an incubator for 7 weeks. He weighed 3 pounds, 1 ounce, and he was 16 inches long when he was born. And he has special needs. He doesn't he doesn't crawl yet. We live in the projects and we have a cement floor, so I can't put him on the floor. And his father lives with me. He's my fiance. I've been with him for almost 3 years. In August, it'll be 3 years. And he doesn't do anything to help me. Nothing. He smokes weed. He sells parsley to get his money for weed.
He sells parsley?
Yes.
Is he a spice salesman? Or?
No, he sold parsley one time to pass it off as weed to a kid that didn't know any difference.
So he's selling parsley so he can
support his habit.
Smoke pot.
Yeah.
And so you say that's what he does, but what, I mean, does he go out and work? Or?
No, he doesn't have a job. He quit school his 3rd year of 8th grade. He doesn't have a GED. He had 3 jobs his whole life. He worked at a grocery store for about a year. That was before I got with him. He worked at a grocery store for about a year. He got fired because he said his manager gave him the wrong schedule. And he didn't show up for work, and they fired him because he didn't show up for his job.
What attracts you to a guy that does nothing?
Well, when we first got together, I was in my partying stage, and I'm done now. I'm a mother.
Oh, you were in your partying stage.
Yeah, and that's all we did was we partied and everything. We partied together, and I'm done now. I'm a mother. I have a part-time job, but I have full-time hours. I work 50-plus hours a week.
So you work 50-plus hours a week,
Yes.
and what do you do?
I work with mentally challenged people in wheelchairs.
You work with mentally challenged people in wheelchairs.
Yes.
And that can't be the easiest job in the world.
No, I have to change to pens.
You have to change the pens?
Yes, I have to feed them pureed food. I get feces on me. I get urinated on. I get thrown up on. I get spit. I get slapped. I get my hair pulled. It's not fun
So you
at
go
all.
to work and your job can be tough.
Yes.
And you're working 50 hours.
Yes.
And you have a child that has special needs.
Yes.
And you go to work and you grind it out and you do whatever you can to support your son or daughter.
Yeah, son.
Your son. And the guy that you're with, the father of the child, sits at home and he smokes pot all day.
And plays PlayStation 3. When we first got together, he was like the ultimate boyfriend. I loved him to death.
The ultimate boyfriend minus a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I loved him to death. He, like...
What did you love?
The fact that he loved me. I was hurt a lot through my whole life.
The fact that he loved you. What if I told you right now, I love you? Would you just go home with me tonight?
No.
So then that's my thing. If he offers nothing just because he loves you, is love, and believe me, you end up with somebody because you love them. I understand that. But there's got to be more to it. You got to have something to love. Listen, and I'm not, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to beat you up for loving him. I'm saying, though, in the situation you are, I don't understand. You're 19 years old. You're raising a young child that has special needs. You say yourself, you took a tough job and you put in overtime and everything else. I mean, there's got to be something there that you love this guy. You're not going to work and changing bedpans because he's got some great personality.
No.
No way in hell.
No.
I mean, is he like a porn star in bed? I mean, what is it?
No. When he did have a job, he had 2 jobs since we've been together.
You said he had no job since you've been together.
He had 3 jobs.
Okay.
The first job he had he was at the grocery store. He was working stocking shelves. His second job, he worked as a yearbook. He did yearbook things. I wasn't really sure. He was only there for like 4 days, and then he quit. But
Not a real good track record so far.
No. His last job that he had, it was about 11 months ago. He worked on a railroad, and he quit because his boss called him.
What was he doing at the rail yard?
He was replacing railroad ties.
Okay, so it was honest work.
Yeah, hard work.
And how long did he do that for?
2.5 months.
2.5 months.
Yeah. We were living off of food stamps and assistance for a while, cash assistance, and I couldn't do it anymore. I needed to support my family, my son, to make it all simple, my son. He is my main priority.
What I don't get is I understand when you're 16 and you're partying, you can end up with anybody. But at this stage in life, how do you still stay with this guy when he contributes nothing?
That's why I'm here.
And what's going to happen now that you're here?
He needs to grow up and be a father and the husband that he says he wants to be, but he hasn't proved to me that he wants to be that.
Is he raising your son?
My daily routine is I go to work at 11 o'clock at night. I work until 9 o'clock in the morning. I get home about 9:35. When I get home, my son's crying. He's in his crib crying. And normally his pajamas or the clothes he had on the day before
Are still on?
are soaked.
Are soaked from urine and...
Yes. So I have to change him, get his diaper changed, feed him.
So he doesn't, while you're gone at work, he doesn't change the diaper, he doesn't feed your baby?
Now, I don't know because I'm not there, obviously,
him?
but if a diaper's full, I mean, how much can a little baby pee?
He's 11 months old.
Yeah.
Diaper should be changed all the time.
Yeah.
So would you say he's a good father or a bad father?
Bad.
Bad father. And really, he's been this way ever since you knew him.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't really been responsible.
No.
Did you think it was a good idea to get pregnant by him?
No, it was actually a shock. I found out the day before Thanksgiving that I was pregnant.
Wait, what do you mean you found out? You found out it was a shock?
It was a shock when I found out I was pregnant.
Did you know that you were having sex with him?
Well, I had 4, yeah.
So it couldn't have been that big of a shock.
I had 4 miscarriages before.
Okay, but the point that what I'm saying is, you know you can get pregnant, right?
Yeah.
You're sleeping with them.
Yeah.
So it can't come as a big shock that you turn pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get pregnant, and what was your first thought? Like, this is the father?
Yeah, I was 17 when I got pregnant.
That had to be tough.
Yeah.
And him smoking pot all the time, does this affect you?
Yes.
How does it affect you?
He's lazy. I have to come home, take care of my son after I just did a 10-hour shift. And I didn't get any sleep that night, so obviously I'm extremely exhausted. My house is a wreck when I get home. Sometimes his friends are laying on my couch, passed out, so I can't clean. I take care of my son in the morning, and then my son normally lays down around noon for his noon nap, and then while he's sleeping, that's when I clean. And then when he gets up, that's when his dad normally gets up, is around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, so he gets to sleep all night while you're at work, and then he'll sleep
No, he doesn't sleep all night. He stays up until about 3:30 in the morning playing PlayStation and smoking weed.
Well, that's not like really a job or anything.
No.
That's, he chooses to do that.
Yeah.
And then he sleeps till 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
and then you get ready to go. You're up all day. You're cleaning. You're taking care of your baby. When do you get to sleep?
When he wakes up, I lay down for roughly anywhere from 2 to 4 hours because either he has friends coming in and out, the screen door slamming, or the vent in the bathroom's on because he just got done smoking weed in the bathroom. So he closes the door in the bathroom and then turns the vent on so the smoke goes out. And the vent wakes me up because it's really, really loud. And
so he's not even courteous enough to go outside and smoke his pot. He'll put the fan on and keep you up,
yeah.
knowing that you have to go to work.
Yeah.
Is he high around your son?
Yes.
Holly, you seem like a very nice young girl, and obviously you have inner strength that you can go and do a tough job for 50 hours, 10 hours a night, and you work the midnight shift, which is no easy feat in itself.
Yeah.
That's got to be very, very tough on you. Why haven't you kicked this guy out?
I've tried to kick him out.
When you say you tried to kick him out, how did you try to kick him out? I mean, if you're doing that tough job,
Yeah.
you can't say, you know what, I'm putting my foot down, get your lazy ass up and go get a job, or get the hell out of here.
I had bad influences growing up. My dad died when I was 14. I was smoking crack at the age of 13. I was snorting Oxycontins. I was snorting Percocet.
So you had a drug problem. So you had a very rough childhood, and now you're living with the guy that all he does is drugs.
Yeah.
Do you really want your son around that?
No.
Do you want to marry this guy?
Not the guy he is.
Be honest. So you hesitated. I don't like that.
Not the guy he is today.
But you
No.
would love to marry him.
I would love to marry him if he changed.
But what if
I'm
he
not-
doesn't change? What if he came out here, he had a big doobie, and he got down on his knees, and he
No.
asked you to marry him?
No.
Do you want to marry him?
No.
But you're going to stay with him, aren't you?
No.
Today's the day.
Yeah.
Today you're putting your foot down.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
So now I'm going to talk to your boyfriend, but what's going to happen today?
When we get home,
No.
Today?
What's going to happen on this stage?
he's going to get out of my house.
You're going to put your foot down on
Yeah.
stage. You're going to tell him, no more. You have me on your side, and if you need me personally to kick him out, I'll kick him out. You know, there's a lot of women in this situation. What I don't understand is why all these young women in your situation allow this to happen. You work, so you're providing for yourself. All he's got to be a drink, because you can't tell me he doesn't take any of your money and spend it on his pot. That's impossible. I won't believe that. So you tell me, what the hell you kept this guy around for so long for?
Like I was saying earlier, I've tried. And
You didn't try hard enough. If it was just you, I could say, okay, it's hard. But now you have a son to think about.
Yeah.
And not only do you say he's home smoking pot, now he's bringing in other guys. You come home, they're sleeping, they're doing this, they're getting high. Why? You cannot put your son, and this is your son, you cannot put your son in that situation. You can't do it. So I'm going to talk to Buddy. I'm going to have you leave the stage. And when I bring you back out, I want to see some serious foot when you come back out here. All right, let's bring out Buddy.
What's going on, Steve?
How you doing, Buddy?
Good yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I wasn't expecting you for some reason.
Why?
Maybe I'm stereotyping here, but
Because I didn't want to come out?
No, I thought you'd have long hair and, I don't know, like a weed shirt
Hippie?
on or something. Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
No,
Why didn't you want to come out, buddy?
because what she said was completely different from what she was saying earlier.
Well, it doesn't matter what she was saying. It's what you were doing at home. Do you support your family?
No, I don't right now.
Well, why don't you?
Because it's hard to get a job.
It's hard to get a job.
And I've
She managed to get a job.
Yes, she did. And she got her GED.
She got her GED.
It's hard for me right now, especially with the economy the way it is and being down there.
Do you have your GED?
No, I don't. I've
Why
been wanting
don't-
to get my GED.
Why
I asked
don't-
her to help me. She was supposed to help me get my GED, but
Why does she have to help you get a GED? She's working 50 hours a week. She works the midnight shift. She has an 11-month-old son to take care
I
of.
understand what you're saying, Steve. What I'm saying is she only had this job for a little over 3 months. I asked her.
I don't
asked
understand
her
what
2
you're
years ago.
saying, though. You understand what I'm saying, but I don't understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is I asked her before she had
No,
this
no, no,
job.
you're not answering my question. I'm going
What
to
do you
ask
mean?
you again. This is a skill. Answer the question that I'm asking, not what you want to tell me, okay?
Okay.
Why don't you go get your GED? And don't blame it on her.
I'm not blaming it on her. I'm just saying I asked her for her help to help me get it.
You're not answering it. Why don't you go get your GED?
Because I need help.
I managed to get through high school with nobody helping me. And believe me, I'm not the brightest bulb in the room.
I didn't say you was, but some people need help and some people don't.
For a GED? Come on.
It's supposed to be
What are you
easy.
doing to get it?
It's supposed to be easy. What am I supposed to do? to
Yeah,
get
I
it?
think it's pretty easy. I think it's easy. Go get a damn
I
GED.
ain't got $300
Well,
to
I'm
get
not
a
asking you to
GED.
get a master's degree.
I didn't say you was.
Let me ask you something. When you're at home, do you smoke pot?
Yes, I do. Smoke
Do you
weed.
play PlayStation?
Yes, I do.
So could that time that you're spending playing PlayStation and smoking pot, could you possibly spend some time trying to get your GED?
Yes, I could, but
Well, then why don't you?
I would still need the money, Steve. It's like $300
How did you get the
for a
PlayStation?
GED. Actually,
Yeah, actually.
her grandparents bought it for me, and I
They
didn't have,
bought it
I
for
didn't
you.
have nothing to do with it.
Could you sell it?
Yes, I could sell it.
Well, then why don't you?
I don't know.
You don't know because you like playing it, don't you? You smoke weed all day?
No,
Every
I
day?
don't smoke it all day, every day.
Well, every day.
Not every day.
Every
most,
other-
most of the time, I ain't gonna lie to you.
5
most
out of
the time.
7 days a week.
Yes,
Okay. So every day you smoke weed.
mostly. Not every day, but yeah.
See, these are questions that are going to be on the GED, so I'm just preparing you. So now I know it's possible to get some kind of job without a GED or high school.
Yeah.
Why haven't you get one of those jobs?
I've been looking in the paper, but right now it seriously is hard.
Is that
because any
between the
job-
PlayStation and getting high?
Are you gonna?
No, I'm not. What? You want me to go a little easier on you?
No, it's
Is
not
that what you want
I
me
just
to
wanna
do?
explain
Would
my
you like
story.
to? Would you like me to ask you nice questions? How's that pot? Is
No,
it good
you
stuff?
can do whatever you want to.
Is it good
I'm
stuff?
just saying, it's hard.
Where
to
do you get the money to buy the pot?
It's hard to get a job right now.
Where do you get the money to buy the pot? Are you getting frustrated?
Yeah, because I want to answer the question you asked me.
I'm asking you. Where do you get the money
That's
to
not
get
the
the
question
pot?
I wanted to answer.
Oh. I'm sorry. Did we give Buddy a list of questions that he'd like to? Okay, let me ask you this one, and let me know if it's to your approval. How long have you been smoking pot?
Since I was about 12.
And
But-
how old? 12?
Yes, but I quit on and off, and I've quit for her more than once.
Right.
But after
how many
3 or
times you
4
quit?
days, probably 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6
She
times.
asked
quit.
me to, and I have. I mean, I quit. She was in placement because she told you she had a hard life, and she did. I ain't going to deny that. She went through a lot of stuff.
Did you?
Not like her, no. I
Okay,
didn't.
so you're able-bodied young. Has pot affected you in any way? Take your time.
No.
So, are you able-bodied?
Yes, I am, but like I said, we live in a small town. I mean, it's real small. Like
I
5,000
asked you if
people.
you're able-bodied.
I'm just trying.
Just answer the question,
I said
man.
yeah.
Can you stand up?
Yes.
Can you just stand up for me? Can you jog in place?
Yes.
Can I see it? Okay. That was very good. It's very good. Can you execute one push-up for me, please? He did it. Very good. Now, so you got some strength, a little cardio, very weak on it, but you have some. What is stopping you from doing ditch digging for a living? Now, don't tell me there's no jobs.
I'm not
there's
saying
some
that.
jobs.
I know there is some jobs. I ain't saying that, okay? We got one car, and that's the car she uses.
Okay, now it's about cars.
No,
again.
it's not about the car. I'm trying to explain this to you if you'll listen to me.
You can't get a day job while she works nights? She works midnight shift. Can't you work the day shift?
Yes, I can get a day job.
Okay.
Without a GED around there, it's hard.
Without a GED. Then go get the GED. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg.
Well, how about hatching one there, bird brain? I mean, 23 years old, right? You accomplish anything in your life so far?
I got one of the cutest kids in the world.
So do I. Does that accomplishment going to feed your child?
Making what?
Is that accomplishment going to feed your child? Is that accomplishment going to put a roof over his head?
No, I understand I need a job.
Well, that what I'm saying is accomplishment saying I had a child, that's good and dandy to say and be proud to be a father. But you know what? Really, when you bring a child in the world, it's called planning. How am I going to pay for this child? How am I going to take care of this child? How am I going to be a role model for this child? What responsibilities will I have with the child? Did you ask these questions of yourself before you had a child?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I don't know. I wanted a kid, and
You wanted a kid and that was it. So, well, your girlfriend, what do you call her?
my fiance.
Your fiance, when she's at work, putting her 50 hours in, what are you doing?
I'm at home.
You're at home. And you're taking care of the baby?
Yes, I am.
And you're changing the baby's diaper?
Yes, I am.
And you're feeding it?
Yes,
House
I do
is
feed him.
spick and span?
Now, I do feed him. I'll leave him. He gets up about 4 o'clock every morning. And I feed him, man, and I change his diaper. Now, yeah, sometimes he does get soaked. When she gets home, man, I ain't gonna lie, once I go to sleep, you can put a bomb beside me and blow it off. I ain't waking up.
So if the baby had an emergency, was crying out, screaming about something, you won't wake up?
Not that I don't want to, I just...
Well, because you're high.
No, not because I'm high. I don't
Why
go to
is it
sleep
then?
high.
Why is it then?
I don't know. I've always
You don't
been
smoke
like
pot
that.
at night?
I'm not saying that. I just mean I don't smoke pot before I go to bed all the time. It's not like I get high.
But
and then-
most of the time you do smoke pot before you go to bed.
No. You
What-
act like I smoke like an ounce a day or something.
No, I'm not acting like it. Your fiance is telling me that.
I know
She
what
says
you
you
said.
smoke pot every day, all day.
I don't smoke it all day.
Just every day.
No, not every day. Mostly every day.
Mostly every day. Do you think you're a good dad?
Yes, I do.
And why do you think you're a good dad? Because you change the diaper and if a bomb goes off, forget about that. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, you feed your baby.
No, I watch him more than that.
No, again, I said, you just said you feed your baby at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So you
I
can
do
change a
more
couple
than
diapers, and that makes you a good dad.
that. I do more than that.
Okay. And I said, house is spick and span? Because you
No.
don't work, you can keep a nice clean house for her, right?
It's not always spick and span.
Why
no.
not?
I don't know.
You don't know. Why don't you know? You can't take a rag and wipe things down and put things away while she's putting in 50 hours changing bedpans?
Yeah.
Well, then why don't you?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Does pot really eat your brain away that fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. You really sell parsley?
Nope. Did it one time.
You did it one time?
Yes, I did.
What does parsley go for now?
Bought it.
I'm sorry, how much did you get on the big caper?
Huh?
How much did you get on the big score, the parsley score?
$10.
10 bucks? And what did you do with the 10 bucks?
Bought weed.
You went bowling.
No, bought weed.
Oh, you bought weed. So what would you say, when was that? Was that last year or this year?
Earlier this year.
Earlier this year. So what's your total gross income for this year? $10?
Yeah.
$10 for 09.
No,
How much is your gross income for 09?
not much.
Is it more than $100?
Yes, I just helped my friend.
Well, tell me.
It's a little over 400.
Okay. And how much of
It's not
that you
much.
have spent on your fiance and your son?
About 100 and some of it, and I still got some money left.
Why wouldn't you just give her everything and say, take care of our son, because I'm not contributing anything here. Why don't you take this money and buy whatever our son needs, or use it for the rent? Or you know what? Use it on yourself, because you're working 50 hours a week. How much of that money did you use buying pot?
I didn't buy no pot.
You didn't buy any pot with the money. How do you get your pot?
I bought it,
With what?
or I get it gave to.
How do you get your pot?
I just told you.
You said you buy it.
Or I get it
How,
gave to me.
okay, but when you
When I
buy
get
it,
money.
what money do you use?
When I get money,
From who?
whoever. I know I need to stop. I know I need to get a job.
And what are you doing about it?
I'm trying. That's why I came here. I
What
wouldn't
have
came
you
here.
done to try?
I've been looking in the paper.
You look in the paper. What did you do to get a GED? Well,
didn't get a
we'll
GED.
keep going back around in circles. You say you can't get a job because you don't have a GED. What have you done to get a GED?
What can I do?
Register for it. I'm not sure, but I think if you go sign up somewhere, I think you could get assistance. And as long as you make the effort, I think they'll give you one for free.
Not anywhere I know of.
Oh, where do you get a GED from?
Career Link.
CareerLink?
Yes.
You can't go through a public assistance program? I mean, they're passing out food stamps and everything else. Your girlfriend said you were on food stamps. You're telling me that you can't get any assistance to get a GED?
They've put me through the Career Link, but it still wasn't free.
Okay, you know what? After the show, I'm going to get personally involved in getting your ass a GED. Let's bring out Holly.
Enough with the excuses. I'm done.
I ain't got
I'm
no
sick of it.
excuses. All I want is help get my GED, Holly.
Oh, I want-
And
Do
he
you
said he'd
need
help
me to put you in a wheelchair?
Hey,
that
no,
one.
I'm
Hey,
not-
one thing you can do, there you go. You can at least
I'm not-
stand up.
Don't touch me.
Will you please stop?
No, don't
I'm
touch
not
me.
saying all I wanted was you to.
Do I have to hold your hand and take you to the assistant's office? And you lied to Steve. I told you they give you $50. They will pay everything
No,
for your
you
GED.
never did.
Yes, I did.
I went to the assistant's office myself when they sent me the Career Link.
They pay for it. The only thing you have to do is pay $50 for the sign-up fee. And I told you that.
You told me it was
How do you think
300 and some bucks.
On the internet. The one on the internet is $300. The assistant's office will help you, and I've told you that. It's excuse after excuse
It's not an
after
excuse.
excuse.
If you you ain't even got to help me. I just need help from somebody with the science and the history.
It's where you take a book, you
Hey,
open it.
you know what, Holly? You know what? We're going to settle this right now because she's not here today because you didn't get your GED. That's not why you're here.
I know.
The fact is, after the show, whatever a GED costs from the 5,000 people town that you're from, I will personally take it out of my pocket and I will pay for it. But so what in question here is not you having a GED or not giving a GED.
I know, she
the
wants
fact
me to
is,
get a job
the fact
so she
is,
can get out
Opie, or
projects.
whatever your name is,
And I wanna get a
hey,
job.
Listen to me, buddy. The fact is, you're lazy and you haven't done anything. And your name should be Mr. Excuse because that's all you have is excuses why you haven't provided for her, why you haven't provided for the son.
But I want to,
I
man.
don't care what you want. You're not the victim. You're not the victim, okay?
I never said I
Let
was.
her. Why don't you zip your lips right now and listen to her? listen to a woman that busts her ass taking care of 2 children, you being one of them.
It's not only me you're hurting. It's him you're hurting too. I bust my ass to go to work. I don't get any sleep at all.
How don't you get any sleep? I try to get you to go to sleep
I get
all the time.
maybe 2 to 4 hours of sleep, and then I have to get up and go right back to work and do the same thing over again every day. Yes, I do, and you know I do.
You don't want to go to sleep. I tell you to go to sleep all the time, and you want to stay up.
Because if I go to sleep, I get woken up 2 hours later because the screen door slams open, or the front door slams shut, or the vent's on in the bathroom, and you know I hate that vent.
I try to be as quiet as I can while you're sleeping. I've been going out back. I can't help. The screen door don't slam. It's just loud.
Excuses.
It's not an excuse. I try.
You're full of excuses.
I want help.
You're
I'm telling you that.
worthless.
I want a job.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to believe in me one more time. I want a job.
One
I want
more
Steve
time?
to help
How
me
many
get a job.
chances have I gave you?
This is
How
the
many
last
times
one.
have I left you?
I'll change. Look at me.
You said I'll change how many times?
If I ain't got my
we're gonna
GED
get home and you're gonna go down the same road.
If I ain't got my GED and my job, well, I ain't saying GED. If I ain't got my a job in a month and a half, whatever, I'll leave.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
You are not leaving. You're not going anywhere. As long as she got
I
that
wanna
paycheck
change.
coming in
I ain't worried
and you
about
got a
that
place to
paycheck.
smoke pot,
Ask
you
her.
ain't going anywhere.
I don't care about her paycheck.
Why don't you leave now and say, I won't come back until I get a job?
I have a job.
For some reason, I don't believe you. It's been excuse after excuse after excuse since your son's been born.
I know. And I ain't making no excuses. I need to get a
You're
job.
not
I
making
realize this.
excuses.
I'm
What have you been
wanting-
doing
Excuse
for the
after
past
excuse.
40 minutes?
My car? We have one car. That's my car. The CareerLink helped me. CareerLink put $1,300 towards my car. I put $250 out of my paycheck, but that meant I couldn't pay my Penelec bill. My Penelec bill, which is the electricity, is now $282.
Because he's watching TV all day.
And he has internet on his PlayStation 3 because he plays online video games.
Oh.
And
Yeah, well, that's very important.
I was going to pay that before we left.
Oh, yeah.
She told me to keep the money. She said she would pay it on Friday. I said I wanted to
keep
pay
the
it.
money. You save that for your pot. I'll go and bust my ass, and I'll pay the bills. But you have a PS3,
Yes, I do.
and you play the games all day?
No, I don't play them all day.
Well, how long? How many hours a day do you play
I haven't even played my
PlayStation?
PlayStation 3 lately.
Well, when you
no,
do.
he plays the Wii.
Oh, the Wii.
Yeah.
How long you play the Wii every day?
I ain't even played it much.
Okay. So what do you do all day? If you're not
Watch-
playing games on your PlayStation, if you're not working, if you're not studying, what are you doing?
Watch TV and take care of my son.
Watch TV all day. What's your favorite show?
This one.
No.
I'll get a job.
I'm just curious. How did you get the Wii?
She got her grandparents to get me the PlayStation.
How about the Wii?
I bought it.
You bought it. And I'm taking the Wii's not cheap, right?
It's
No.
like $300.
About $300. Where do you get the $300 to buy Wii?
When I was working at the railroad.
So the little bit that you were working, you went and bought a Sony Wii.
Steve, his income tax this year, we were renting a TV because our TV blew up. We were renting a TV from a place called Rent-A-Center. And
Proud sponsor of my show.
it was about $112 a month. It was a flat screen. It was coming out of my pocket, of course, you know.
Okay, okay. You know, I'm living in a bizarre world, I guess. If your guy's not working, you're struggling, your son's special needs, you don't have carpeting, why the hell do you have PlayStation 3, Sony Wii's, and flat screen TVs with your son?
We had it,
I don't know. He's both your sons. How about taking some of that money and buying a damn rug for your
We
son
did.
to crawl
We
on?
had one up until a week ago.
Okay, this is the deal. You guys are going to do an update show. Agreed?
Okay.
Okay. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pay your electric bill so you can use the money on your son. We are going to get you some form of carpeting, pad, something for your floor so your son will be able to crawl around. Agreed? We will pay whatever fees are involved with the GED for you. Do you understand? So we figure in 2 months we're going to do an update show. And in 2 months, you have better gotten your GED.
Yes, sir.
But the deal is, I've been pretty nice to you today. Very nice. But if you come back and you utter one excuse out of your mouth why you didn't accomplish something, and if we come back and you're still with him and he hasn't got that GED, I'm not going to be so nice with you. You
You
understand?
can keep this until you get a job.
Now, you did make the offer earlier. You said, in a month and a half, if I don't have a job, I'll leave. And I said, well, why don't you leave now and say I'll come back when I have a job?
Because I don't want to leave my son.
You don't want to leave your son.
I love my son to death.
There's
You
a
love
thing
your son
called
to death.
visitation
We
rights.
did have a.
But you
well,
haven't done anything for him. You haven't done anything for him. So why not hit the road? And why don't you keep walking until you find the job or find something that you can provide for your family? Are you in a coma right now?
Yeah.
Or is that too painful to think about?
Yeah.
It's too painful, huh? I'm going to go on a limb here. I try not to, but I'm going to make a prediction. I don't think Buddy has any drive, any initiative, and I think he loves pot more than he loves you.
I think so too.
That's my prediction. I think that's the truth. But you know what? You got 2 months to prove me wrong. Let's go.
Watch out, dude.